You're off.
Red towels, Steve. You're with Live at 5. Coming up in just a moment, the latest headlines and...
You can see me and other like-minded aliens live at 5 on Sky News. Exterminate, exterminate, exterminate!
All that later. First, though, the weather. No longer footsore, Fiona puts her feet up even, after her record-breaking walk.
Oh my God, are you aware you have something stuck to you? Could you remove it? Who the hell are you? Representing...
And dicing with the Daleks, the Doctor Who addicts taking time out.
Tonight on Sky News.
Now, long before the Starship Enterprise, there was the TARDIS, and before the Klingons, there were the Cybermen and the Daleks. Doctor Who first had children hiding behind sofas 30 years ago. His travels in time and space have attracted a cult following. Well, today in London, fans of the celebrated TV series held a convention, the biggest Doctor Who gathering ever in this universe, or any other.
Even for a Time Lord, the years can fly faster than the TARDIS, and it's now 3 decades since Doctor Who first gripped Britain's young TV viewers. And though killed off because of falling audiences in 1986, the programme's appeals proved timeless. 1,300 fans have joined in a weekend celebration in central London. The highlight, a chance to see some of their heroes in the flesh.
Escapism, getting the hell out of the kitchen sink. People are sick of all the miseries, and they like to have some science fiction, something which isn't of this earth, and so you can't be right or wrong with it.
That the programme's achieved cult status is undoubted. It's been seen by more than 100 million viewers in over 60 countries and dictates some fans' dress sense, if that's the right word, as well as much of their spare time.
I'm wearing it really for pride. I mean, I do like the programme and I give it a lot of respect, and it deserves all the credit it gets. But, you know, although we haven't had it on our TV screens for some years now, you know, I mean, it still lives on amongst people like myself and the rest of the nation.
I think a lot of people are endeared by the fact that it is sort of wobbly sets and the rubber monsters, and you can see the join at the neck and so forth. But also it's very much a case of people can escape within it. They can watch it and forget the curves of the world and so forth, and get themselves lost in entirely another world, really.
While the programme itself's earned £10 million, spin-offs are a growth industry. As well as paying £34 a head to attend, enthusiasts were spending on a galaxy of merchandising and happily queuing to pay £5 for autographs by cast members. Not all the stars, though, felt they were getting the recognition they deserved.
Where's my anniversary cake? I was there right from the beginning as well. If it wasn't for me, Doctor Who would be nothing.
The only cloud over the get-together, news that the BBC had axed an anniversary edition featuring all 5 surviving Doctor Whos to save money. Perhaps the corporation is run by the Daleks after all. Jeff Mead, Sky News.
Well, joining us now here in our own dimension is Doctor Who enthusiast David Howe. David, you're very welcome to you.
Thank you.
Surprised you walked into the studio, really, rather than arrive by some more ethereal means. But
well, it's a lot easier to walk, I find, you know. But
what is it about Doctor Who that makes it so special?
It's because it's a very good television programme. It's timeless, it's good plots, it's good acting, it's good monsters, and it's good drama.
You see, some people listening to you saying all that sort of thing will say it's exactly the opposite. It wasn't particularly good acting, the sets fell apart and were all made of rubber, and it had that rather... This is what led it to such cult status.
Not really. I mean, what you have to remember is that Doctor Who is a television programme and was made to the same standards as the BBC made all their television programmes. The designers, the makeup assistants, the people who did the costumes, all worked on it, and they also all worked on things like...
Oh, heavens. Good heavens. Do you know this bloke?
I do know this chap,
oh,
yes.
Have you tamed him?
He's sort of
this was
tame,
one...
yes.
Can I shake his hand? Hello. This was one of the vicious type of
Yes.
villains I remember
Yes.
from the Doctor Who series that I used to watch.
Yes.
I was particularly scared of this one. Was this your favourite villain?
It was. I always liked the Cybermen. I mean, there's something about them, and as I was saying, it goes back to the fact that Doctor Who always had deeper themes. I mean, the Cyberman is not a robot. It's like a person that's been converted
mutant, isn't it?
into this thing. So there's a loss of humanity, and this is a very deep, you know, it's a big theme, this. And we're talking here about a drama series that the BBC did.
Who was your favourite villain? I mean, Cybermen were mine.
Oh, the Cybermen,
really?
yes.
You'd agree
yes,
with
I
that.
always
So
liked the Cybermen,
Daleks, maybe not that bothered about them?
Well, the
They were
Daleks
quite
were
frightening in their day, weren't they?
absolutely inspired creation, the Daleks, but they never, I don't know why, they never had that appeal for me. I always preferred the Cybermen. I can't answer that, I don't know why. It just, that's one of those things.
Remind me where they came. Didn't they live in the sewers or something like that? Or was that one particular episode?
There was one story, yes, where they invaded London through the sewers. But,
Right.
I mean, the basic history of them is that there were actually two planets going around the sun, the Earth and another one. The other one got flung off into space, and the inhabitants, because there was no heat, light, etc., had to convert themselves to survive. And then they decided, well, let's go back to Earth then. And they brought the planet back as Cybermen to try and take the power and energy from Earth in order to continue themselves. So that's really where they came from.
I'm
It's
terribly
quite a
impressed
sad-
with your memory of such detail of all the
It's quite a sad
stories.
story, really, because
It is, they are tragic individuals, really, aren't they, I suppose?
Yes.
And they've
And
obviously...
they've sacrificed their humanity for the sake of...
He's looking vaguely
continued
threatening here. I'm a
existence.
little bit worried about
No,
what
no,
he's going to be doing.
He's all right,
But,
he's all right.
But tell me, the Cybermen were the worst villain there. Who else would you pick out in all the years and all the Doctors it went through and so on and so forth as one of the most, maybe the most scary episodes you saw?
Well, there's been some excellent episodes. I mean, there was one called The Ark in Space, which was an early Tom Baker story, which is very, very claustrophobic. Again, the basic theme of loss of self, where you've got these creatures, the Wirren, where if they touch you, if their larva touch you, it will convert you into one of these creatures. It's really very horrific for tea time Saturday viewing, you know, lots of nightmares there. That's a very good one.
It had that nice sort of playground feel about, you know, touch you and your it, as it were, wasn't
most
it? That was
definitely,
sort of
most
good idea,
definitely. I mean, this is what all the best drama should do. It should hook into what the kids and the adults indeed want to watch. It's entertainment, it's escapism. That's what Doctor Who is all about.
Well, we're, funnily enough, for a programme all about time and so on, we're sort of out of time. I think we're going to have to... he doesn't look very... He's looking particularly...
Well...
No, listen, I thought you had this chap under control!
Well,
I think that's the end of him. Still to come, though, and live at 5, the bare necessities.
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
You're watching Sky One, now Star Trek Deep Space Nine.